We're talking with Charlie Mitchell, our congressional expert and editor-in-chief of Take Action News. Charlie, there was something of a firestorm this week, I would say almost on both sides, toward the president's budget, because it included, of course, Social Security cuts and as well many Medicare cuts. But I want to ask you specifically, what did you make of Greg Walden, congressman from Oregon, and the chairman of the National Republican Congressional the Campaign Committee, basically, which is the arm of the House Republican Party responsible for getting Republicans elected in the House, basically saying this bill attacks seniors and trying to essentially attack the president for cutting Social Security, despite what most have been saying is the president's that those cuts are the price of ending the sequester for Republican leadership.
Well, there's no hypocrisy quite like budget hypocrisy. And the annual rollout of the president's budget it's a bit of political theater in the first place, because that budget never gets enacted. But it's a chance for the president to lay out and spell out his priorities. The Walden thing was just hilarious, because Republicans have been pushing for this. They've been demanding this as a compromise, really. And the president agrees to it, and they turn around and go, look, he's attacking Social Security. So, that one doesn't pass the straight face test. And Speaker John Boehner, who's, the leader of Walden's party in the House, basically issued a very, I don't know if I would say conciliatory, but a very positive statement toward the president for putting that on the table. Walden's leadership is very happy that Obama did it, but Walden kind of got out ahead of himself and started making some comments that, that were frankly ridiculous. But as you mentioned, the president is getting a lot of flack that's probably more serious from his perspective from his friends, from his allies in the liberal base, who don't want him. They don't want to do this to begin with. They don't want to change that benefit formula to Social Security. But even beyond that, a lot of people are asking, why is Obama leading by offering to give this away? And it's interesting. Obama has a really unique form of negotiating with Congress. He does it in a different kind of way, and one of the hallmarks of that has been that he's willing to show up front a lot of what he's willing to sacrifice. And it's an unusual way of doing business in Washington. Not a lot of presidents do it that way, but Obama's in his fifth year, and this is the way he does it. And he wanted to put out a document that showed that he was serious about really tackling long-term economic issues, to the point that he was willing to take on people in his own party, and that was the message he wanted to get out.
Well, it certainly is an interesting message, of course, because we will see if this is in fact an opening bid or if the president gets what he wanted and this is sort of the final bid. Charlie Mitchell, thanks so much as always. When Take Action News continues, our great Wall Street debate after this.